Hey everybody, welcome back. Here's our spoiler geek out for Skyscraper. So we're going to walk a little bit. This is going to be a short one. It's not so much a review as much as it is just us kind of geeking out and discussing spoilery things. So there is your warning. If you don't want spoilers for this movie, if you've seen the trailers, you aren't missing much. But if you don't want spoilers for this movie, you should probably bail now. And I will have a no spoiler review up, link in the description or popping up. Sound good? Right. Spoilers. You're warned.
So if you've seen the previews, you've pretty much seen the movie.
Yeah, and I mean there is a few things, and like the end sequence, you know, like the Hall of Mirrors. Yeah. You know, they haven't really shown any of that, and we're both like, as soon as they show it in the beginning of the movie, it's just like,
there's no point to this.
The only purpose of him having the holographic room element is super cool, and I get that, but the pop-up mirrors,
I was like,
yeah, the only reason is so that it can come back into play at the end, you know? So it's one of those kind of movies.
It's kind of like the same thing where she's having problems with her cell phone at the beginning. And he's like, honey, what have I told you? 90% of the time, just turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah, and then of course...
I was like, oh, that's going to come back into play.
Yep, and at the very end when she starts messing with the iPad, I'm like, oh my god. She's going to turn it off and turn it back on again. And then I'm like, here comes the line. She's going to say it. She said it. I'm going to sneeze again. Fire suppressant?
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to give you something to say while I did that.
I know. I wanted to see you do it.
Oh.
I don't know why. But, yeah. So, as soon as the fire suppression system goes off, Eric sees me put the hand up, and he comes out of the theater, like, that was the thing you had wrong.
Right, like of all the dumb lacks of logic.
But everything he did was highly improbable, but technically survivable.
Yeah, she has kind of a point with that.
But a CO2 suppression system, if you get caught in that, you're dead.
Yeah.
This, I told him, it's the pyroclastic flow of this movie.
Yeah. So even I had kind of issues with that. You know, we went in with expectations of big, dumb fun, and I was joking that, yeah, it was big, it was dumb. Mm-hmm. It had moments of fun, but it wasn't as fun as I wanted it to be.
The Rock, I'm not saying that he did a bad job acting, but at the same time, he wasn't as rocky as
much The Rock, yeah. Although... I didn't want to cut you off. But although that one moment, though, when the terrorist is like, we're gonna take your daughter or whatever, and The Rock he gives him the Rock look, and it's like, oh buddy. And you know, and then of course he's gonna have the daughter at the end with the explosive to mirror the beginning. It's just kind of really obvious, a lot of that stuff. But I mean, I didn't hate it. Like, I don't want to sit here and make you think we hated it. I think we had fun and it was worth checking out. But
it's a long day for both of us, and we both kind of almost fell asleep a couple of places.
Well, for me, it was really the beginning, because like the first 15-20 minutes, like I didn't really feel the chemistry between Niv and The Rock and all that, and I'm just kind of like,
I don't know. I felt that they were a fairly good family.
I felt it better as the movie went on.
Yeah.
Because I thought she was really great with the kids when she was kind of taking charge to get them out of the building initially, and then when they kind of started reuniting at that point. And I love that they actually gave her stuff to do. She wasn't just like the damsel in distress or the mom or whatever. Like, she helped the police solve things and figure out where they were gonna jump and all this. And you know, I love that they were talking Chinese or whatever language in front of her, and she started speaking it like, come on, dude.
Mandarin or Cantonese.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't entirely sure. I don't know my languages, but
I don't know what they normally speak in Hong Kong. Which one's the favorite?
There you go. But yeah, so I do really appreciate that, and I thought the kids were good. They weren't annoying. They're in it just the right amount. The villains are pretty cardboard, except for the guy who's not director critic. I was thinking that was Ben Mendelsohn, but I don't think it was Ben Mendelsohn. The lawyer.
The insurance
guy. Oh, yeah, the suit.
He was kind of fun for as long as he lasted.
Yeah, although it was kind of fun when he had Niv Campbell and she's like stabbing him with the scissors. I'm like, bitch, you don't fuck with Sidney Prescott. She's been through like 4 Scream movies, motherfucker. She's gonna stab the hell out of you. So it's like, yes, you get him, Sidney. I like to think like that's what happened is she went into witness protection and became a naval surgeon. You know, I don't know, it's just a way to make the movie a little more fun. It definitely lacked a yippee-ki-yay motherfucker moment. Like, he doesn't have his line. I joked at the end, like, they need a post-credit that The Rock meets Bruce Willis. It's just like, why didn't you say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, when you... you know?
I've never seen Die Hard.
Yeah, we just figured this out. We're going to get her to watch all the Die Hards at some point.
All of them?
Yeah. Hey, actually, the first 4 of the 5 are great. 5's just kind of a typical action movie.
Is 5 the Apple guy?
No, 4 is, and it's
Okay.
I love 4. Actually, yeah, the first 4 are great. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Die Hard. We're here to talk about Skyscraper. So I guess we kind of are talking about Die Hard.
Are kind of inevitable.
Yeah, it definitely, but nowhere to that level. And the same with Towering Inferno. You've got some of that vibe, but nowhere to that level. They don't really play with that enough. Again, and the leg thing, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of bad because in the trailers they make a big deal about the leg. But other than the few moments of the leg being a thing that you see in the trailers, they don't do anything with it. So I'm not entirely sure why the marketing made such a big deal out of it.
He does have to get around without it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of fun. It's just, and again, I'm still processing my feelings about how I feel about that.
Well, the thing is, if you focused on it too much, then it starts, I don't know, pandering?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think that's where I'm of two minds, because I can see why you don't want to do too much, but then I just feel like where the marketing played that up so much that I almost thought we would get more of that, so.
Yeah, it's a two-edged sword.
Yeah, no, it's a one-legged foot. But she enjoyed like watching the crowds watch them and all that stuff. The lady villain, for what little screen time she had, was really impactful in the sense that of all the villains, she got under my skin the most. Like, she was the one I really wanted her comeuppance the most. And when Nev, like, freaking just kicks her in the car, that was great.
Stone cold, soulless.
Yeah, and then like,
killing machine.
Yeah, and then you get like the things like with the evil hacker, and he's like, "Oh, I've made it so no one in the world can encrypt my shit except for me. Pretty smart, huh?" And then they shoot him. I'm like, "Come on, bro, you should have known." You know, I mean, it's just full of those kind of things.
Yeah.
And if this was the 90s, it might be a way cooler movie. But again, I don't think they were really shooting for that. I think they really were just like big dumb fun in a building on fire with The Rock. And I mean,
although the Nerdist did do a 1990s trailer cut of it.
I was gonna watch that at some point.
It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I figure. But yeah. See, anything else? You just kind of all knew. Like the second his friend, The Rock's friend at the beginning, gives the kids like, "Oh, here's the night feeding passes for the pandas." I'm like, he's in on it. He's trying to keep the family away. So I was like, okay, how will they come back? Also, one of the trailers kind of spoils for me too, because they showed Neve Campbell on the ground watching the building. So I'm like, well, I know she gets out of the building before he does. So, you know, there was no real suspense in there. No real twists, you know, nothing too shocking. The MacGuffin that they're after, I don't know. I mean, you know, the idea that you could show this guy's laundered money and all the accounts and stuff.
Well, theoretically, he could have brought down 3 different crime syndicates.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, sure, fine. It still seems like there's easier ways to get done what you want done. I guess they did say, though, if you kill the guy, it would like automatically go out or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, that old thing, it's like they don't explain exactly how that would happen. I guess maybe like trusts or something. But what if like he just gets hit by a bus one day?
Well, then they could still be suspicious.
So like wouldn't they be smarter and better off like not trying to kill him, but like they should have the hit squads like just following him around secretly, making sure he doesn't die. Like protecting him from getting hit by a bus or whatever. It's like, we need to keep this man alive.
Or he could just turn over the evidence at any time.
Yeah.
So
It was just... Yeah. I did really like the opening sequence, though. The hostage situation shows how The Rock loses his leg. And, I mean, you kind of knew what was going to happen from the trailers a little bit, but I didn't know they were going as extreme with that as they did.
I didn't realize that it was an American situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought it was like, oh, maybe he was in Afghanistan or something.
Right, something like that. And I did not realize how grim that was going to be, because that dude blew up his fucking son at the very least. We didn't see if the wife and other kid got out.
They hustled the wife and...
I know we saw them like, ma'am, like they touched them, but did we actually see them move out? I don't know.
I think they did.
Yeah, most likely, but still, even the fact that fucker blew up his fucking son, dude. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I don't know why I'm talking that way. But But yeah, so actually that was kind of nice. That was kind of a nice little dark start to it. And I liked them being all camoed and coming out of the snowbanks and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that was visually pretty cool, actually. So, I mean, there are moments in this that are pretty sweet, but just, you know, overall, and it's not bad. I mean, it's definitely a drinking movie. Like, drink and prepare to, like, make fun of it and just recognize it's going to be full of cliches and just dumb.
I was like, it's not meh, but it's okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't regret that I saw it, but I do wish it had a little bit more. And again, I was not looking for an Oscar picture here or anything groundbreaking. I just would have liked to have maybe seen more that wasn't revealed in the trailers.
Quick question. Did you get that much out of the 3D?
Parts of it. Like when he's looking down off the crane, something like that.
Even on those moments, I don't feel like... I feel like that should be a moment where you're going like, oh fuck, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it might not be as much, but I felt like for the most part 3D was okay. I mean, again, I think any enhancement you can give to this movie you want, just to make it that much more fun.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know, maybe the turbine stuff was kind of neat in 3D. I don't know, the cops were kind of dumb. like at least like the lady cop was like suspicious of Nev, like she could be in on it and blah 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 blah, and the other guy's like, I don't know, I just have a hunch, I'm just gonna blindly follow these people and not really do anything except go based off what she says, you know what I mean? It's kind of like all right bro, you do you.
Turned out to be right though.
Yeah, I know. well as many men have trouble learning, listen to your lady. She knows where the bad guys are gonna land. Is that why you brought me over here? No. Oh, I filmed your butt.
Really?
You know, it was in the shot. I wasn't intending to. All right, so I don't know that I can really think of much else. Can you come over? Just because the shadow is killing me. There we go. No, you're fine. I just wanted us both to be lit because you're way cuter. And you're cuter in shadows too, or cute in shadows. Woo, ghosts. I did kind of like that last line, even though you could kind of see it coming. About it's like when the Rock's okay, you win, but one thing. It's like, oh god, he's gonna say I'm behind you. I'm behind you. It's like, ah. Much like when Niv's like, oh, well, I just had to reboot the system. I turned it off and turned it back on again. You know, and then she's, I turned it off and turned it back on again. I was like, god damn it. Like, I mean, you know, could the writing be more lazy and cliche? But, and again, it sounds like I'm just crapping on this movie. I had like very low expectations for, but I mean, I'm glad I saw it. It could have been a little bit more fun, and I think with that is maybe just some wittier dialogue, a few more clever action scenes, because everything in there is pretty standard. The couple of things that aren't standard were heavily shown in the trailer. Although, again, I do think the crane sequence has more to it than they've shown, and it was actually a bit more thrilling than I thought it would be. And his going across the building to get to the turbine, as ridiculous as that was also very thrilling.
I do like his use of duct tape.
Yeah, and then the line later, you got any duct tape? Or like when the good guy, the CEO, has the gun to the back of the head and Rock's like, you're standing too close. Like, what? You're standing too close? And then he disarms him, you know? Things like that are pretty cool. So it does have its moments. Maybe it just needed more. I don't know. But I think that's mostly all I got to say on this one.
Yeah.
You feel all spoilered out?
Yeah. I'm good.
Good. All right. Well, comment away. Let us know if you're seeing this one, if it's what you thought, if you liked it, if you hated it, what was your favorite, your least favorite part, all that kind of stuff. Definitely geek out in the comments. We have some fun stuff on the Stardust app, TheEricButts, if you want to check that out and go follow. And yeah, other than that, click the thumbs up button. Give us that good old thumb of encouragement. We're going to get out of here. We're going to go watch some more stuff. We'll see you all later.